What's going on, guys? This is Mark with Watch Me Work. Today we are going to be making an intro using Photoshop and After Effects. No Cinema 4D. I know a lot of you guys either don't know how to use Cinema 4D or don't want to, so this tutorial's for you guys. So this is what we're going to be making, something kind of like this. This is kind of like a IronMan Jarvis type intro. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we do, let me close this down. By the way, this is Cinema 4D. If you guys are not familiar with it, I'm probably going to do a tutorial on how to make this. Obviously, I need to still do a couple things like adjusting some lighting and textures and all, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I was just messing around the other day and decided to make some beats. So let's go ahead and open up Photoshop, and this is something we're going to be making something like this today. So let's go ahead and hit new, and I'm going to make this size 1920 by 1080. And if you I used a lot of shortcuts, so I got this really cool program called KeyCast. You can see right here you can actually adjust everything, the way the outside looks and all that good stuff, and I'm pretty happy with it. It covers all like little basic keys, so if you see me like hit L or M to change all these tools right here, it'll display it down there. My last KeyCast only displayed like when I hold control and certain button. But anyways, enough about that. So let's go ahead and drop in a background. I found this one. We're gonna do a different color than the one I did before. So we can drop that in. We will change the opacity. Actually, let's hold Control Shift N. That will make a new background. And to make this background black, what you can do is hold Control and Backspace, and it'll make a black background. And then if you see right down here, you can, these two little colors, if you hold X, it'll change those colors around. And if the white's on the bottom, you can hold Control X and it'll do a white background. So we want black, so let's hold X again to switch those colors. Hold Control Backspace, and there we go. I just don't want I don't want this being so overpowered that we can't see our lines. So we just need a faint color like that. So let's go ahead and we are going to that's not working, but if it's not, we're going to go to these rulers. We want to bring these rulers out, and also make sure that you have snap on, and I'll show you why. Because now we can grab up in this ruler and pull out and go right about the center, and you'll feel it snap in place. Same thing there, you see the snap. Then now we know that this is the center point, and that is important because why, I will show you. So make sure that your marquee, or the elliptical marquee, is selected, and the shortcut for that is M, and we will go this center, and we're going to bring out this lasso, and it's kind of wonky right now. Yes, wonky is a word, but what you can do is hold Alt, and then it'll kind of center it right there, and it's still kind of got this little going everywhere, but you can hold Shift as well, so Alt plus Shift, and then it's a perfect circle. So let's go ahead and go about right there, and we will make sure that this one is selected right here. This is a plus, this is to add to it, and this is to subtract. If you hold it over a while, you'll see subtract from selection. I'll give you a little helper. So make sure it's on subtract, and go right here in the center again. Hold Alt and Shift. Bring it up about right there. And inside we will go to, oh, you know what? Before we do anything, we need to hold Control, Shift, and N to create a new layer. Each time you do this, you want to create a new layer. Every one of these rings, you want its own layer. So now we will fill, and we can select colors, and I'm gonna go with like a, I know the last one was red, but we're gonna go with like a bluish one this time. So hold Control D to deselect that, and then we can hold L. If you don't have on this polygon lasso tool, just select it, and then all you have to do is hit L. So this is what it will be by default. So just go to the polygon, and then we're gonna right click or left click here, go out here, there, and once you come close to this, you're gonna see that little circle next to the polygon lasso. That means you're completing it. So when you click there, you'll see this outline. Go ahead and hit delete. Let's do another one right here. Hit delete. Another one there. Hit delete as well. And then you can hit Control D to deselect that. And now let's hit Control Shift N, create another new layer, and hit M to get back to our marquee. Again, we will hold Alt and Shift, come up to about right there. Okay. Alt Shift. Let's make this one a little, yeah, a little skinnier. And you can always hold Control and plus sign if you need to zoom in and to get in here. I know there's a short key to fill this, but can't remember what it is right now, and I don't want to go through and looking. So this one we are going to make kind of a light gray color. There we go. Control D to deselect that. L to get our lasso back. And this one we will make a big one here. Hit D. Hit D again. And let's leave it like that. Control D. So I want to make a pretty big one out here, so before we do anything, let's go ahead and make that. Control Shift N to make a new layer, and we will Alt Shift it. Oops. Sorry about that. I went too far on the side, so let's just deselect that. Get carried away. Right there. Oh man, I usually have this on my bigger screen, but I'm doing this tutorial, so I'm doing it on a smaller screen, so I don't have as much room to play. So there we go. Alt Shift. Let's go about right there. Fill this one. I think I'm gonna do this one kind of a I don't know if you can see right here, there's a turquoise color on this background, so I'm gonna kind of go the same as that. There we go. And hit L for our lasso tool, deselect this. And this one I don't want very much of it, so I'm gonna go something like this. Pretty good. Select, and we can start playing around with these opacities here in a little bit. For right now, let's just get our loops made. So we are going to hold Control Shift N, make another layer. Let's Shift and Alt. There we go. This one I think I'm going to make a little, you know what, I want to experiment, so let's make this one a little smaller. About right there. And then side. I'm gonna try something, so do this one pretty thin, about right there. Fill. Let's do this one, that same turquoise color, so we can use the dropper. Hit OK, and then let's we're gonna go right on the outside of this. Oops. Okay, that same layer? Yeah. So on the same layer on this one, we don't want to make a new layer. So, and this is just an experiment. You can do it however you want. Be creative. Try not to copy exactly the same, because that's no fun. So I'm going to go right in the center of this one and click fill and go color, same color. We want it to be exactly the same as that, and I'll show you why. What I want to do here is leave that selected, hold the L for lasso tool. That was weird. So go here. Didn't work exactly how I wanted it to. So you know what? I'm determined to do this. So let's hold backspace and get back to this one. Hold Control D. We will make a new layer, but we'll just merge it afterwards. Because what I want to try is, I'll show you. It's go right there again. There. Main side, yeah. And fill this. Fill with the same color. There we go. And hold L. Deselect it with Control D. To kind of see if we can do the same spacing for the most part all the way around. Just eyeball it. And yeah, like I said, get creative as you can. If you do make something, I would love to. I'd love to see it. If you either link it to me or email it to me, I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Everyone can learn something, you know. You guys can teach me something as well. So let's do that. Cool. Now we have like kind of like a cog wheel. So that'll spin pretty nice. I like that. So what I'm gonna do is hold this layer and this layer. So select it, hold Control, select that one, and hit Control E. That will merge those two together, and then that way it's just one. So let's go ahead and let's put in one more loop. And what we can actually do is, since I want this one gray anyways, let's go here. Control J will duplicate that layer, and then we can hold Control T, and then for this one we want to hold Control Shift, I believe. Oops, no, apologize. Hit back, I think it's Shift and Alt. There we go, and then it'll bring it down on all sides. So. off to me. There we go. So we can do that, and then let's cut out another so it's not exactly the same. And what you can do right here is go over to this little box and hold Control, and then it'll automatically select it for you. So now we can go ahead and just cut that out. Oops. Oh, sorry. Go backspace. Make sure that this isn't selected. So I'm going to deselect all of it, okay? And now do it. There we go. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good foundation for us to start with. You might be able to squeeze in one real tiny one right here. So let's deselect M for our marquee tool. Alt Shift, and then go kind of real close to that, and Shift and Alt. There we go. And then on this one, fill it, and let's use a different blue. Maybe kind of something like this. There we go. Yeah, cool. I like that. So Control D to deselect that. Let's hit L for our lasso tool. Delete that one. Delete that one. And real small one here. You know what? One more right here. Why not? There's no right and wrong way. Okay, Control D. So there we have our kind of like little, I don't know, Iron Man type deal. So what we want to do now is, if you go over here and hit View, you can turn on Extras, and this will kind of give us a little grid. And you know, I actually want to do one more thing. I'm always adding stuff. You can never add too much, right? So let's turn off the extras, but let's leave on. I don't know why it took my rulers away. Oh, I know why. Okay, so we're going to turn these extras back on, but we can come right here to Show and turn off the grid there. That way we keep that. And by the way, to get that grid, that's how you get it. You go over here to Show and turn on the grid. So we're going to use that here in a second, just in case you guys don't know how to pull that up. So let's pull another one out, and let's go on the outside of this. This is going to be a stationary one, so it really doesn't matter. But we do want to go on the outside of this, and let's hold Control Shift N, do a new layer before I forget. Let's make sure. So these two are on a center layer. I don't know if I really like that. We're gonna leave it for the sake of the tutorial, but try to make sure that all your things are on their own grid. But for this one, I really don't care. It'll still look good. So sit back. Okay, let's. I thought I forgot to do that. It's okay. So let's go here, and we're gonna go on the outside about that big. What the hell? I don't know why I did that. Pixels were selected. What? Shift N. I can do layer. I don't know. What the hell is going on? Okay. That one. The reason we're gonna go on the outside is because this next one's not gonna move around, but this is gonna move around. We don't want it to move around and hit what we're gonna make right now. So just make sure you stay outside of that enough. Control Shift. This is gonna move the screen again. Alright, there. I'm dumbfounded right now. Oh, okay, so this is why. So if you are bringing this ring, I'm sorry, but might as well tell you guys so you learn something. If you're bringing this ring on the inside, because it'll be fine. See, we can drop that ring because we have that little subtract line. But if you want to bring it on the outside, you need to go to the plus, because that way we can bring this little the next one on the outside of it. So noob mistake. So there we go. Bring that out there. And then, so do your outside one first, just to make it easier on yourself. There we go. And now let's fill this. We'll go color. I want to make it this deep blue. Okay. And then this one is going to be our little kind of GUI thing for down here, or our little number panel. I'll show you when we get in After Effects, but for right now, let's hold L for our lasso tool, and we want to, we don't want this that big. You know, I messed up, so I'm just gonna do this and then deselect it. So okay, so let's get rid of all the rest of this, so we have something to work with. And you can put this anywhere you want to. I'm just gonna select these right here. Get rid of that. So down here, we want to cut this into a couple little sections. So we're gonna go about right there, and then delete. Another one about right. There, and delete. Oop, what the hell happened? I'm messing up all kinds today. Let's deselect that. I want them kind of to go in steps, so it's going to be bigger, medium, small. There we go. So now is the time we're going to bring back up these grids. So let's go ahead and hit View, Show, Grid. So what we want to do here is go to our line tool, and about right off of this edge, you're going to hit there. Let's go down 2 squares at an angle, and then over, I don't know, let's say about right there. And you can hit Control H to hide this so we can see what it looks like. I want to make this point maybe a 6 point. And what happened? I don't want no stroke. There we go. And then this one as well, no stroke. Just about 6. No stroke. And then we'll grab both of these layers and hit Control E to merge them. And then we can hit Control J and Control J again. We'll hit V to get our move tool, and then we can kind of set these in appropriate places. places. There we go. Now you can add as much stuff as you want here. It's only going to make it better, but me personally, I'm just going to leave it like this for now, just for sake of this tutorial. I'm going to, just to show you kind of what, I try to like get it as close to what I want as I can. So I'm going to go right here. Let's go to our effects, Photoshop, projects, logos. I think it's this one. There we go. Watch me work. I like that name. Okay. That'll be in here, and we're gonna animate all this stuff in After Effects, but we're gonna have something like an outer glow here, and just something like, I don't know, maybe this color. We'll figure that out there. Something like that. It'll be a lot softer, but you get the idea. So this is basically, I'm gonna end this tutorial or this part of the tutorial here, and on the next video we will go into After Effects and animate this. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this, please subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how I can improve these tutorials for you guys, and thank you guys.